Good afternoon, everyone. From Indochina time, 12:25. That's in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Thailand. And we just go over to our chart for our live trading. Well, I need to share the screen, don't I? I always forget that. There we go. And somebody's come in here and leaving a like. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. And so let's see. We're off to a new week now. Monday. What is today? 15th of June. And we're looking at gold on the 10-minute time frame, XAU USD. And we had a massive move up today. Wow, what a gap up. So far today, it's moved up about $75. And as you know, I'm waiting on the next candle here on the 10-minute chart, which usually gives me a good indication of what this Tokyo lunch run is going to do. This is the start of the closing session for Tokyo. And they come back from lunch and they start executing orders. And usually they get pretty busy for an hour or so. And let's see what they do today. Hello, Howard. Sawadee Kab Nong Chi Chi. So what we've seen today, a big gap up with gold, and then a little bit of a drop down, and then a continuation up. So we are moving to higher prices. Definitely, is a big change in direction from what we've been seeing. And we got up to a high of 43.35, and that's just the first couple of hours of the Singapore and Shanghai opening there. First couple of hours, and then as it always does, then it goes sideways for a couple of hours. And now we're waiting to see what the Tokyo lunch run is going to give us, if anything. We will know shortly. I'd like to go over to my 5-minute chart also and see what that one is doing. Yeah, we look to be bullish for the rest of the afternoon here, but wait and see. See if I can expand that just a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. Is anybody taking a trade today? I could have got one here earlier, but I didn't. And because it wouldn't have been a break. The trend line was coming across here like this, so it would have got a bounce off of this 20 minutes after Shanghai opened. It bounced off of this trend line here. This trend line was over here, and it bounced off of that. So I could have got a trade in there, but I don't usually watch for the bounces. I prefer to go for the break of the trend line, and this trend line is very far away, and I wouldn't have been keen to take anything there. So much distance between the trend lines, that means I have a very big stop loss. So another 15 seconds before we might get some action. Let's see what they're going to do. Is there going to be an opportunity here? Hello, Alex. Monday morning. Yes, it is. Monday afternoon in Thailand. And now that next candle has started, I can adjust this just a little bit. Oh, and we are going to continue bullish direction, it looks like, maybe. But don't get excited. Let's just relax here. Not really sure that I even want to take a trade today after such a big move. Of course, $75 move today, but we know gold can go a lot more than that. And the thing is, we've got these on the the support and resistance that I use, which is the pivots indicator, pivot point standard indicator. We have resistance 1, resistance 2, resistance 3, where it is now, and then resistance 4 up here. So it's broke up past the first resistance. This is the pre-price in history. And so now that's support. And it's broke past the second resistance. So that's also now support. You see it broke above, it came down, that resistance becomes support. So now we're at the third level of resistance, and it just broke above a little bit, but came back down. So this is support resistance level. It's resistance 3 on this indicator. And then you've got resistance 4 up here at what price is that? It's about 43.70. So it could very easily go up there. But I put in my own next resistance level at 43.52, going back on a couple of days, a few days actually, and I found the previous support resistance level at 43.52. So that would be our next minor one there, and then according to this indicator, the next one, major one, would be 43.71, 43.72. You're short in oil a few minutes ago. Okay, oil is going down again. We can just look at oil right quickly and see that, wow, there was a massive gap down from $90 down to $79, more than a $10 drop on the market open today. And it's just gone sideways since then. But Alex is short on that. And the USD also had a wow, massive gap down from up here. Wow. Whoa, boy. And tried to recover a little bit, and now it's going back down again. So everything has flipped around from what we've been watching recently. And our first Tokyo lunch run candle here is looking bearish. Okay. Well, it is what it is. So gold is bullish on the 1 hour chart, the 4 hour chart, and bearish on the day chart. It always takes a little time for the day chart to catch up with the trend, but we're bullish on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So we're probably going to be seeing higher prices. Just taking odd US, okay, long, testing the water. Yeah, I'm considering not to do anything today, Howard. Just kind of let this settle down because this is all a reaction from the news, the recent news about the peace deal that apparently Iran has agreed to, and that's all good news for ending the war. That's great, and it seems like it might really actually happen. They're supposed to sign the agreement on Friday, but that's why we're seeing this flip around. This is all a reaction to that, and as we know, things can change very quickly regarding the Mideast war. But it looks good. It sounds good. It might actually happen, and that's great. And my Tokyo lunch run, there's a lot of indecision. They're not going one way or the other just yet. Let me look over at the 5 minute chart right quick. Yeah, oh, yeah, coming down a little bit, but now wanting to come back up on the short time, right? So you guys be sure and check forexfactory.com. because we have a lot of news this week. This is the week for the central banks to announce they're either going to um, raise or lower the interest rates. And according to the forecast, all of the ones this week, they have forecast that they will keep the rates steady. They'll hold the rates, not raise or lower. Although Europe was the first central bank to raise the interest rate, they did that last week. But all of the ones, there's three or four this week that are scheduled. Of course, the big one is the U.S., the most important one. But they all seem that they're going to hold the interest rate steady and wait and see how this inflation situation unfolds over the next few months. Hey, Syed, that's a bad Shah FX1. That's Syed, and he just joined our Telegram group. No plan. We just let the price tell us what it's going to do, and then we trade accordingly. It looks like the price wants to come back down. Now this Tokyo lunch run getting a little bit of momentum here. Yeah, and I've got another 3 or 4 minutes on this candle, but it's looking really good on the 5 minute chart. Well, I don't know about that. I don't really. I guess I'm just being a little bit overly risk averse today. I know there are some traders who don't even trade on Monday. It's the time for the market to settle its trend and determine direction. So some traders don't trade on Monday. And if I took a trade here, if I went short here, that would be a counter trend trade. Gold is bullish on the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and we are likely to see higher prices. So any short trade here, that would be a counter trend trade. And you can go short if you want, but I'm not just yet. Although it's looking very shortable. Yeah, I could have taken it on a couple of minutes ago. I'm going to hold off on this one. Any other day, guys, and I probably would have already gone short here. But I'm sticking to my guns and still got 1.5 minutes on this candle. I like to wait, that's my rule, wait for the candle to close. Although it's looking very bearish. If you look at the 5 minute chart, yeah, it's, hmm. So yeah, bad Shah, FX1, that's the plan. Just wait for the price to tell us what it's going to do. Price action trading. Don't try and double guess it or outguess it or predict it. Let the price tell you what it's going to do and then take a trade accordingly, according to your strategy. And typically, let's see, we've got another 20 seconds on here. Typically, I would go short on this one, but I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm overly risk averse today. I'm just wondering if this is really just a reaction to the peace agreement. Because, if the central banks are going to hold interest rates high and possibly have an increase later this year, that's not good for gold. I really find it hard to believe that gold would continue much higher, like 44, 4,500. But anything can happen. Anything is possible. Now it looks like it's going to continue down. That's a really good momentum bearish candle there. But I'm going to hold off on this today, guys. I'm not taking a trade. And if I miss out, then I miss out. And that's just the way it is. The market always presents opportunities. The market always presents opportunities. So yesterday, I made a video, a day before yesterday, on the trend line strategy and how to set it up, how I use it. A lot of people watch that. Some people have been asking for it. And Alex had a question. Do you need two touch points or three touch points? Which I didn't specifically address in the video. But a trend line has to have two touch points to be valid. Okay. So there's one and there's two. So the trend line started here, and that's the second touch point. So that's a valid trend line. But now, when it breaks the trend line, okay, that gives me an indication for to go short. But let's say it bounced off of here, came up, bounced off of here, bounced off of here, and then it broke. So then you would count three or four touch points, and the more touch points you have where it's respecting the trend line, respecting the trend line, and then it breaks, that is a really like what you could call a plus setup. Three or more touch points, and then you get the trade setup. Then you get the break. That's an A plus setup. But if you have two touch points, one, two, and it breaks, that's a valid short signal. Yeah. But if you have more than that, then that even gives you confluence. Now it's going down, of course. And we might just go down to who knows how far it will go. This is a counter trend move. Oh, you asked the question on uh, trading Telegram. Okay. Did I answer your question? Somebody asked that question on YouTube. You have to have two touch points for it to be considered a valid trend line. Okay, here's touch point one, and there's touch point two. Now that's a valid trend line. If you have more, then that's even better. But you got to have at least two. I'll put that back there because that candle's not finished yet. Yeah, this is really, if it was a normal day, I would have taken this back just right here just before this candle closed. Looking at the 5 minute chart, I could see it was quite a good momentum move, but I didn't. And now I missed out on a good little trade here. That's okay. I'm quite sure I'll get a good trade in the New York session today. So did any of you guys go short on this, what you're looking at? Okay, four touch rule. That's the GAN theory, or GAN theory, whichever way you pronounce it. Yeah, that would be a really valid trade setup if you got four touch points. Wow, this is really something. I could have gone right in there at 43.20. That's a $10 move, 100 pips. Wow. Never mind. But that just kind of confirms how consistent this this moment in time is. This candle here. This is half past the hour for the Tokyo lunch run. It's 12:30 p.m. my time, and I think it's almost every day. I'm sure it's not every day, but it's really close to being every day. It's really reliable. That time it seems to be when the move starts, the real move starts. So any other day, I probably would have taken this. Hey, Raj, how's it going, buddy? Are you short on gold? We got a good trade set up here, but I didn't take it today for various reasons. I'm a little bit risk averse today and not confident in this, what I'm seeing here. Don't know if this is going to be a continuation of the bullish move we're seeing because of the peace agreement. And if I took this, this would be a counter trend trade. So I don't know. I'm just overthinking it. Guys, I'm just a normal guy. I'm just one of the good old boys. I'll tell you what I think and what I'm doing and why I do the things I do. But according to the strategy, any other day I would have taken this. Any other day. But today is one of those days when I'm just overthinking things and not difficult. It's not complex. Human beings are complex. We overcomplicate things. And it seems that that's what I've done today. 4,000 seems to be good support. That's way down there. I'm sure it is good support. I need to go over to my 4-hour chart. Oh, yeah, 4,023 was the low. And that's the lowest we've had since, wow, I'm going to scroll back a long way. 4,023. That's the lowest it's been since, wow, since mid November. And that was just 3 days ago. That was on Thursday, 4,023. So, yeah, now we have that gap, and it could go up to, how high could it go? At least it needs to go to 4380. That's the first gap that it would fill, 4380, from what I'm looking at. Yeah, 4380 before it started to slow down. And then 4380 would be the first gap that it would fill. And then the next one, 4472, to fill the next gap. So two strong key points, key levels, 4380 and 4472. Yeah, Howard, these are not AAA trading options. I'm not going to beat myself up for not taking that trade, but I'm just explaining to you why I didn't, and normally I would. Yeah, Trump's birthday got me. God, that guy is a piece of work, man. Yeah, it's kind of put the brakes on here at 4309. 4309, yep. I'm going to see how it unfolds. Let me go over to the 5 minute chart and see what that's doing. Hmm. Oh, big rejection of that level. 4309, yeah. I don't know. Maybe not. No, I think it's just catching its breath for another move down. Yeah. Here it goes again. Yeah, but we're definitely bullish, at least for this point in time. Bullish on the 1 hour, bullish on the 4 hour. So can we get in on this pullback? Well, they got a new candle there. Oh, okay, but it's still going down. Oh, we got a level there. I can put a level in there. Got a key level right there. Yep. Came up here, found resistance. Came down, came back up, found resistance. Ah, that's another level right there. What are we looking at? 4303, 4303, 4304. It might stop there. That resistance is now support. Yeah, if it's bullish and going to go to higher prices, then that 4300 zone is going to be a strong psychological support level. It just wants to, looks like it just wants to go down there and just breathe on it before it moves back up. We don't have any key levels for our previous day high. The previous day high is already blown out of the water. That was 4220 on Friday. That's gone. Previous day low is way below that. So those are not key levels anymore. 300 zone. Did you guys have a good weekend? I'll tell you what, oh, here we go. It's kind of bouncing off the trend line. On Saturday night, I went to see the new movie Disclosure Day, Steven Spielberg. If you see any movie in your life, you should see that movie. I just walked out of the cinema and was like, wow, Steven Spielberg is amazing how he put that together. And Emily Blunt is a fantastic actress. She was really good. It's 2.5 hours, and it didn't feel like even 1.5 hours. And when it's over, you're just thinking, no, come on, keep going. There's got to be more. Disclosure Day. Absolutely incredible movie. Very, very good. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. And I see movies 2 or 3 times a week. I see them all. It's one of the best I've ever seen. Seriously, guys, you're like, wow, don't miss it. So another 4.5 minutes on this first half hour of the Tokyo lunch run. look at this: one touch point, two touch points, three touch points. This would have been a good bounce. As I told you previously today, I don't really watch for the bounces. But one guy in our group, he trades the bounce. So I'll bet you he would have gone short right here. Because then all you do is you put your stop loss just above that. It's a very tight stop loss. If it doesn't bounce and goes up, then it's a small loss. But look at what you would have got from. So let's say you got in a little bit late, 43.27, nearly $20, 200 pips. That would have been an excellent move. Yeah, three touch point bounce. Would that count with Gann, Howard, or does he only do the four touch point break? Does he do a four touch point bounce? Because this strategy I use can be used either way, a bounce or a break. And we're still going down just a little bit here. You're definitely going for what, Badshah? You're going for the movie? Yeah, guys, I'm serious. If you go see that movie, you will thank me. Emily Blunt is such a good actress. I don't know what she got paid for that, but she is worth it. Okay, yeah, and let me know. Let me know tomorrow if you liked it. I I know you'll like it. Just remember, it's science fiction, but it could be real. Could very well be real, and a lot of it's futuristic, but it's very very believable. Yeah, I'm just curious, Howard, if Gann sort of sees the break and the bounce, the same way. You know, he's got an idea on the break of the trend line, four touch points. Maybe he has an idea on the bounce with four touch points. But I know the guy that I'm talking about in our group, he would have definitely gone short, right? If he was watching the chart, he would have gone short, no question. And I really, it kind of pays to watch for both of those. But my eyes are so focused on the break that I often miss this potential bounce trade. This would have been a great one. In fact, that was the opening candle for the candle I'm watching for. And if somebody would have yelled at me, said, "Hey, that's a three, four touch point bounce. Go for it." I probably would have done it. We got another minute and a half on this candle. It looks like it's run out of steam now. Oh, Bad Shah. Sayed, you're going to love this movie. You're going to love it. It's very futuristic on one side, but on the other hand, it could be very, very real. That's how the things, what it's about. Could be a very, very real life situation. Okay, another 30 seconds here. And it looks like it's run out of steam. Let me look at the 5 minute chart. Yeah, and maybe not clear on the 5 minute chart. Maybe, maybe not. But with it already making such a big move down here 1 p.m. on the hour, which it is now, and we got a new candle here. And Europe just opened. They just sat down at their desks, fired up their computers, put aside the coffee and donuts, and now they're going to start trading. What are they going to do? Sometimes they keep going the same direction, eh? But they might see that this is bullish and they want to start buying. Hmm. But you can never tell with the first candle. Okay. Hmm. I'm just wondering if this is the end of that pullback. It is. It would be a bounce there. Could we consider this a bounce? One, two, three. Give this a couple of minutes. I might go long here, guys. And I would put my stop loss there at 43.05. It won't not confirm for me yet. I'm watching it on the 5 minute chart. It sure seems to have run out of steam. Hey, OJ, welcome back. Yeah, donuts are so American. Well, they're American, but they're everywhere in the world. You should come here to Thailand, man. We got Mr. Donuts. Uh, we got so many different kind of donut shops. It's unbelievable. They're everywhere. I'm going to give it another 45 seconds before I decide. Dunkin' Donuts, Mr. Donuts, and then every other kind of name you can think of. Cinnamon Donut. There you go. There's one big American franchise called Cinnabon. You go to the mall, you can smell them a mile away. God, just, that smell sucks you in. And they're in a lot of airports too. Cinnabon. Okay, that first 5 minute candle is done. Well, there's just not much get up and go here yet. Europe is not awake yet. Come on, guys. I need to see a little bit more momentum to the upside. And the 1 minute is still bearish. Yeah, I think that first candle was a fake out. I don't know yet. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. So where would I put my? Okay, I'm gonna go long. Stand by, guys. I'm going to MT5, and I'm gonna go long. Okay, and my stop loss is at, well, it's a little bit low. I can move that up. What did I say? 43.05. Now, of course, I went long, and now it's coming back down. Of course, that's 43.04. I'll put it at 43.04. See what that looks like. Yeah, that's a little bit better. In fact, let me move it up just a little bit. 43.05. That's what I said. 43.05. Yeah, I should have waited one more minute. Hey, and where was my stop loss? 43.05. Pretty tight stop loss. 43.05. Right in there, just above that support level. Right there is my stop loss. Just a little bit above here. So we'll see. Either it works or it doesn't. And it doesn't look like it's going to work. I'm going to get out. Got out like 2 seconds before it hit my stop loss. And don't tell me it's going to bounce off of this support level and then go back up. Oh, man. Okay, so that wasn't a bounce. Looked like a bounce off the trend line. It looked like the bearish momentum was finished, but that wasn't the case. Okay, we tried. I tried. Are you still in the trade, Raj? Are you still in a long trade? It has certainly stopped at that support level that I marked. Resistance here, resistance there, resistance here, and resistance has become support. Yeah, now it's going. Son of a gun. Yeah, oh, definitely. On the 1 minute chart, boy, it's going. Still, yeah, I should have given if I'd have waited one, but I didn't. Could have, should have, would have. So you had your stop loss just a little bit below me, 43.01. Yeah, 42.99 might have been better. Hmm. So what is oil doing? Oil is coming up a little bit. Trying. What's the US dollar coming up? Oh, okay. That's what we got there. Of course, if this turns around, then I could always get back in, but I'm not going to rush to get back in. Wait for a little bit more confluence, confirmation. Although that was looking really good on the 5 minute chart. Hmm. If it comes down, it might come down to our next support level, 42.87, 42.88. Now it's got bullish momentum. Ah, son of a gun. I have my stop loss a little bit too tight. So what are we at? 114. Still 5 minutes on that one. Really slow moving today, eh? So maybe setting up a new structure here. Got my new candle there. Yeah, definitely the candles are misleading. It doesn't look like much of a move, but it is. Yeah, you look at this green candle over here, the first one today, that's nearly 400 pips. These small candles, they are big moves. It just looks like it's not much. When you take out that big candle, they look bigger. Maybe I can make them look bigger. So I would say Europe is not doing anything, eh? This is their second 10-minute candle. The first one was bearish, and now we got a doji. And the 5-minute chart is still bearish, and the 1-minute chart is still bearish. So I say, to me, this is not the place for a pull. The pullback is not finished yet. This retracement we're seeing, I think it's not finished yet. I thought it was, and that's why I went wrong. But I think I misjudged that, or should have waited just a little bit. Yeah, Alex, we don't know what's going to happen with the peace agreement because they're not going to sign it until Friday. So anything can happen, that's for sure. So you lost 1% on that trade, eh, Howard? You took a pretty big trade. I thought you were just going to test the waters with something small. Yeah, I agree, Raj. If I'd have waited 1 minute, I wouldn't have taken that trade. Just a little bit too quick to pull the trigger. And we are getting, like you say, lower lows and lower highs. We already have a lower low here. That's 4302.5, 4302.4. Oh, not yet. Almost. Yeah, I don't like those. Well, you want to go with the trend, but you want to get in at a good price. Buyer stepping back in. You reckon? And it's still 3 minutes on this 5 minute candle, and still 7 minutes on the 10 minute candle. Uh, the the big fight with the Bears and the Bulls right now. Yeah, one little good push up, but now it's coming back down. You see if there's enough buyers in the market. It doesn't appear to be. Yeah, we had this big move up and then a consolidation. Now we've had a big move down and probably a consolidation until London opens, or in opens where London opens right here, 2 o'clock my time. So that's what you're going to get: a little red, little green, little red, little green, and then maybe it starts its move, like over here: green, red, green, green, red, green, green, consolidation sideways. And if you take a trade in here, you get trapped, you get stuck. And that's why it's best to be patient till you get clear indication. Hmm. Now it's looking better. Oh God. No, I still don't have what I would really be looking for. Okay. The 1 minute is starting to turn bullish. Is the 5 minute going to follow that? Got a new candle here. Hmm. If you're still in now, Roger, in profit. Yeah, it's just ping pong, ping pong. Came up a little bit, but coming back down on the 1 minute. Yeah. Yeah. Probably going to go sideways for a little bit before we see any action. Maybe London will get something going. We'll wait and see. So, guys, I'm going to close out. I've been here an hour. That's unusual for the Tokyo lunch run, but it's been fun chatting with you. Thanks everybody for being here. I hope you have a great Monday, and just be patient with this. You know, we can get a good trade set up. We just got to be patient, as we've already seen during this Tokyo lunch run. Don't try to force a trade. And if you do take a trade, trade small, protect your capital, and have a good day wherever you are in the world. I'll see you again same time tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.